Hello everyone, how are you all doing today? I hope you're all doing well. I hope you had a wonderful day today. So today we are going to talk about the best subjects or courses you can study abroad. And when you study these courses, they're going to help you or they're going to guarantee your stay back in that country or maybe any other foreign country, because a lot of people travel abroad and they study some courses that at the end of the day they are frustrated or they don't even know what to do. They can't fit into the job market and they have to go back and forth before they can be able to find their feet once again, or maybe they have to redo another program before they can be able to get into the job market. So today I'm going to talk to you about like the best courses right now that you can study, and when you study these programs, you know that you will be able to find your feet in that foreign land you are going to, right? So just give me 1 minute, I will be back. So I am back, and yeah, we are getting right into the video. How are you all doing? I hope you are doing well. I hope you had a wonderful day. Myself, I'm fine. I am perfectly okay. So if you have seen my face for the first time, my name is Favor, and on this channel or page, I create contents that relate to international study opportunities like fully funded scholarships, how to study abroad for free, documents required, and all the tips and tricks of how you can migrate abroad at little or no cost. So if this sounds like what you're interested in, please do well to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so that anytime I am live like this, you will be updated. This is almost like 1 week we have been streaming live by this time, like continuously, like daily. So you can see that the motivation is at the peak. I am so interested in your progress. I'm so interested in you achieving your travel goals. Myself, I am, achieving mine. And why won't I help you, or why won't I support you to achieve yours? So if you're just joining, because I can see people are here already, thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. You are the reason why I am motivated to do what I'm doing. So do well to let me know where you're watching me from, and tell me your area of specialization. Um, Let me also know if you are in line with what we are talking about today. So I know that study visa or study route is one of the best or easiest routes to travel abroad. I came here through study. I'm studying in Germany. I'm doing my master's in Germany. So I can tell you that the process is so easy, not really so easy, but it is something that if you follow the due process, you know that at the end of the day you will see lights at the end of the tunnel. So and when you travel to a country, it depends on where you go to. When you travel to a country to do your program, like bachelor's or master's, you know that most of the countries have this pathway that after your studies, you can be able to stay back or maybe have a post-study visa, and you can be able to search for jobs and you can be able to stay back. Most of the countries do that right now. And you know that through the study route pathway, you know that you are not going to, struggle a lot in settling into that country. And that is a pathway for you to get your permanent residence. And you know that once you have your permanent residence, the next thing we should be talking about is you having citizenship in that country, right? So the study route is a pathway that allows you to get into a country of your choice, and if you follow the due process, you can be able to naturalize in that place, in that country. So why this video is very important is a lot of people are confused, or a lot of people need this information, right? If you don't study programs or courses that are flying, what I mean by flying is courses that are excelling in that country or where you are traveling to, you will actually find it a little bit difficult to get a job after your studies. I know what I'm saying. I am almost done with my master's right now, and I can tell you getting into the job market is another, will I say, another job on its own. Searching for a job and, navigating into the job market is another job on its own, especially when you are not equipped. If you are not equipped, my dear, it is not an easy journey. So for you to be on the safe side and for you to save yourself a lot of stress and a lot of, um, discouragement and all of that, it is better for you to get on the right track immediately. And that is why I want to tell you the kind of programs that if you study them, you know that at the end of the day, you will be able to get into the job market and you can be able to, find your way to permanent residence. So the first program we are going to talk about today, if you are into this kind of courses or program, which is called STEM. And what I mean by STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. If you are into any of this, that means you are on the right track, because almost all the countries right now are looking for people who are into this pathway, people who are knowledgeable in these programs like computer science and IT. Anything IT is flying right now. Anything IT, almost all the countries are looking for them. So if you are in any of these programs like software engineering, data science, cyber security, machine learning, artificial intelligence, any IT program or computer science program, you are on the right pathway. You are actually on the right pathway because there are a lot of career prospects for you and you are in high demand. Like, these people are in high demand in almost all the countries. I'm going to also be specific. If you are going to US, if you are going to UK, if you are going to Canada, if you are going to Australia, I'm also going to, if you are coming to Germany, I'm also going to tell you the kind of programs you should channel your energy in, so that you know that this is what is excelling in these places. So, but we are going to get to that. First of all, let's talk about the courses or the programs you should navigate more towards. I know a lot of people will say, oh, they're not science inclined. This is what they studied and all of that. How do they, navigate their pathway to most of these programs? I'm also going to talk to you about that. But for now, let's talk about the courses that are actually excelling right now, not minding the countries where you find yourself. We talked about the STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So anything under this field, you are a hot cake, right? Then we have engineering too. When we talk about engineering, we are talking about electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, chemical engineering, environmental engineering, and other types of engineering that maybe I didn't mention. So anything under the umbrella of engineering is excelling right now. Believe you me, their career prospects is very high. They're in high demand. They can fit into the society without stress. In fact, if you have an engineer in your family, you should be thanking God, because these people, they are in high demand, very high demand, very, very high demand. So the next people I'm going to talk to you about is, if you are in health and medical sciences. Why am I saying if you are in? I mean, these are the courses you should be navigating towards, right? So we talked about STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We also talked about engineering. We are talking about health and medical sciences. Navigate more towards these areas. Navigate more towards health. Anything under health, anything under medical sciences. Please, this is for your own betterment and this is for your destiny. This is for your future. this is for your family. Navigate more towards programs in these areas, especially like nursing, medicine, pharmacy, biotechnology, public health, biochemistry, physiotherapy. Navigate more towards these areas because the career prospects in this in like if I didn't mention all of them, but just know that anything under health and medical sciences are excelling right now. They can work in hospitals, they can work in labs, they can be research personnel and all of that. So navigate more towards these areas because the career prospects are very high and they are in high demand. They are very much in high demand. You can see during the COVID, a lot of countries had to open their borders to allow nurses and doctors to come. And even many countries have not even recovered from that. They are still, giving that opportunity to medical or to health practitioners to come into their country because they are in high demand. So navigate more towards these pathways now or towards these programs. Then the next one we can talk about is natural sciences. If you actually want to be relevant or if you don't want to struggle so much after your program to find a job or to get into the job market, navigate more towards these programs I'm mentioning. The next is natural sciences. And when I talk about natural sciences, we are talking about physics, we are talking about chemistry, we are talking about biology, environmental science. All of them are actually excelling right now. You can be a research scientist, you can be a laboratory technician, you can be an environmental scientist, you can also be like a biochemist and all of that. They are in high demand. They can be able to fit in no matter how tough the economy is, no matter how tough the job market is. If you are in this area or in this area, like, right, you can be able to fit in. I'm telling you the truth. Then if you are, because all of these programs I have been mentioning, most of them are science inclined, right? A lot of people will say, oh, what about the arts people? Does it mean there is nothing for us and all of that? So I'm going to talk about a social science program that, if you are into social science, you know that when you finish studying this program, you know that there are chances for you to actually excel, and that is business and finance, like business administration. This course, is really flying right now. They are really, really flying, like they're excelling. So if there is any way that you can navigate more towards this program, like for those who are not health inclined, science inclined and all of that, you fall under the arts category and all of that. If you can be able to navigate towards business administration, you know that you will be able to find your feet. Anyway, what I'm talking about is in abroad, right? If you find yourself abroad. So when you study this kind of program, you know that at the end of the day, you can be able to shift into the job market without stress, without so much stress. Because why people find it difficult to get a job at the end of their program is because what they studied during their program is not relevant to the society. And nobody is going to employ you if you will not add value to what they're doing, if you will not contribute value to their company or to what they're doing. So if you're actually looking for like courses to navigate to, business administration is something you can think of because they have careers. Their career prospects is very high. They can become business manager, they can become marketing director, they become financial analysts, like they can become entrepreneurs and all of that. And they are in high demand, right? They're in high demand because almost all organizations need them. Almost all organizations really need them. Then you can also navigate more towards finance and accounting because when you get into this kind of program, you can become an accountant, you can become like a financial analyst, you can become an investment banker, you can become an auditor, right? So navigate more towards this kind of program and you are going to find it easy to navigate into the job market. If you also see international business, also do it. Like if you find yourself, if you find the opportunity to study international business, don't waste time. You can become an international trade specialist, you can become a marketing manager, you can become an international sales manager, because you are in high demand. Anything business is you're selling. So if you have certificate or if you have knowledge in this area, you know that you are relevant, right? So another one is marketing and digital marketing. You know that everything right now boils down to marketing. Every organization, no matter the kind of products they have, if there is no marketing strategy, nobody's going to buy. And that is what makes people who study marketing and digital marketing relevant. So you know that you are very, very in high demand, because every product requires marketing. Every product, whether be it digital product or physical products, there will always be a marketing strategy to sell it out to the people. So when you study marketing and digital marketing, you know that you will be relevant. You will be relevant because you can become a marketing manager, you can become a digital marketer, you can become a social media strategist, like SEO specialist, right? Many of them write me even on Facebook and Instagram that they came across my YouTube and all of that. They would want to be like my SEO manager and all of that. So you know that you will be relevant, right? You definitely know that you will be relevant. Then another program you can look into is supply chain management, right? This program is also excelling right now, and you can become a supply chain analyst, logistic manager, and operations manager. There are other career prospects under this supply chain, but these are just like few that I mentioned. And when you study this program, you know that you will be demanded, or your services will be demanded at the end of the day. So under social sciences and humanities, we also have psychology. You know that anytime we talk about psychology, as long as human beings are involved, you know that psychologists, like people who study psychology, will be relevant, right? Because they fit into clinical psychologists. They can become a counselor, they can become human resource specialists. So anything like psychology will fly as long as human beings are still breathing. It boils down to every area of human of humanity, right? As long as, because a lot of people are having mental health issue right now and all of that, so the society needs psychologists, whether we like it or not. A lot of people are already into therapy. Who are the people attending to them? Is still psychologists or maybe counselors and all of that. So you will be relevant if you get into psychology. Then if you are also passionate about teaching, you know that you will be relevant, because as long as human beings are involved, learning is a continuous process. And you can fit into education, like education and teaching, either in the kindergarten or in the primary school or secondary school or university level, anywhere, anything academics. As long as human beings are involved, there will always be need for teachers, there will always be need for tutors. So education is another part that if you venture into it, you really know that you will be relevant. Right now, Italy opened their borders for teachers. So in case if you want to also see that kind of video, if you want to know more about traveling to Italy to become a teacher and all of that, let me know. I'm going to make a video on that. So social work is also another part you can navigate into. Then law, for those who want to study law is good, but if you really want to study it in abroad and become relevant, you have to navigate into more of international or immigration law. That is where your relevance will actually come to full play, right? I'm just saying maybe there might be more areas you might actually navigate more, but for me, from my research, I feel like if you want to study law, try to navigate more into international or immigration law. That is how you will be more relevant. Then the career prospects, you can become a lawyer, you can become a legal advisor, you can become a compliance officer, right? They are also in high demand because, as long as human beings are involved, there is need for law practitioners, right? Or legal practitioners. So you can also learn linguistics or foreign languages. When you learn languages, you can become a translator, you can become an interpreter, you can become a language teacher, and you will be relevant. That is, if you have the knowledge or if you have the skill to learn different languages, you are going to be a hot cake. So that is another part you can look into. Then there are many areas that are also coming up right now, but these ones I mentioned to you are the ones that are in hot demand right now. So do well to navigate more to them. And we have some areas that are coming that in the next few years they're going to really become hot cake, like they're emerging, like they're coming into full force, and that is renewable energy and sustainability. There's robotics and automation, urban planning and development, food science and technology. So these are some programs that are coming up right now, and very soon they're going to dominate the job market. They're going to come right, like they are going to get into full force. But if you get into them, you are also on the right track, right? Because they are in high demand. So when you are thinking of countries to travel to, and I can tell you that if you are navigating to US, if US is your travel destination, try to get into STEM. I mentioned STEM. I said STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So try to find yourself in areas like this kind of programs, also IT and engineering, because when you get into this kind of programs, you will be in high demand. If you also find yourself in health, you are also going to be a hot cake in US. Then the same thing for Canada, engineering, IT, and healthcare, you are going to be a hot cake. Then, if you're also thinking of Australia, look into becoming a nurse or engineer, like get into IT, get into teaching. You will excel when you finish your studies over there. And also in UK, look into engineering, look into healthcare, look into IT, because when you finish programs like this, you are going to be a hot cake. Also in Germany, where I am, which I can tell you the real truth, this one is not like quoting or anything. You have to get into programs like engineering, IT, natural sciences, health. If not, you are not at, like, if not, it's going to be a little bit difficult to get into the job market, right? Then if you want to navigate to New Zealand, healthcare, engineering, IT, agriculture is also going to be an option for you, so that after your studies, deep down that you are going to find your settlement easy in that country. Then I'm going to also tell you or give you tips that will increase your chances of staying back, right? We are talking about like, okay, I can see people are joining. Thank you for being here. So I'm also going to give you like tips that will increase your chances apart from studying these programs. If you're not also smart, if you're not also knowledgeable enough, you are still going to struggle. Everything is information, right? So I'm going to give you tips that will help you even when you get into most of these programs that that are in high demand. Like, you need to know most of these things, and it's going to help you at the end of the day to navigate into the job market easier. So when or even before you get into any country, I would advise you to research on their visa policies, right? I would advise you to research about their visa policies. Like, What are the processes? Okay, yeah, I'm going to this country to study, but after studies, what is the next thing I need to do? How do I get a job? How do I transition from study visa or study permit to work visa or to permanent residence? You need to understand how it works for you to be able to like make a concrete decision. So understand how the visa policies work in that country. Like in Germany now, how does it work? As a student, I'm a student. What is my chances of getting a job after my studies? And even when I get a job, what are the processes I need to take for me to navigate more to permanent residence and all of that? I need to know. I need to understand how it works. It can, like, if you are going to Germany, if you are coming to Germany, if you are going to UK, if you are going to Canada, if you are going to US, I would advise you to make all of this research. Ask questions, check online, try to know what is obtainable in that country, because most of the countries, before, when you finish studying, you just have to go back to your home country, or maybe they give you 6 months, and maybe if you're not able to get a job within 6 months, you have to go. So you need to know what is obtainable over there, so that you can be able to prepare yourself and you can be able to plan yourself, because you can finish studying most of these programs, and if you're not informed, you start running helter skelter at the end of the day. So another thing I have to also tell you is, while um you are while you are studying, try to apply for internships, try to get work experience in that area you are studying. Try to apply for internships. There are a lot of websites where you can search for internships. You can also do virtual internships, or maybe within the locality where you are. It doesn't stop your studies. You are doing that internship so that you can be able to get work experience, because it helps boost your CV, so that at the end of the day, when you are done with your studies and you are searching for a job, even many people get a job before they graduate, right? So when you are applying for jobs, people can see you have done this internship and you have work experience or relevant work experience in that field. It increases your chances of getting a job at the end of your studies. So that is what I have to tell you. Then the next one is, you need to build networks, professional networks. So when you know what you want, or when you know that this is the field you are navigating to, try to build your professional portfolio, like on LinkedIn, or start making friends who are already in that field, or who are already ahead of you, who are working already, and it will help you to gain knowledge or to gain insight on how the job market works. And sometimes you can be able to get a referral from your friend or someone related to you. You have to build networks for you to be smart. You need to be smart and get into all this, not just maybe um how do I put it, not just arranging your LinkedIn profile. You can join some professional organizations or associations, and that is how you network. That is how channel your energy um into your area of interest. Then this is one thing I have to also let you know. If you are studying in a country that have a different language or a local language, just like in Germany now, yes, they speak English and that is so nice, but they have their local language, which is Dutch. So if I am really, really interested in settling down here, I have to decide, I have to know that for me to integrate into this country, I need knowledge of the German language. And yeah, there are some jobs you can get without, the German language and all of that. But I can tell you, you increase your chances and you make yourself marketable, you make yourself employable if you have knowledge of the German language or knowledge of the local language of the country where you are. Because let's say, most of these European countries, let's say you are coming to Europe, right? Most of the European countries, let's say Hungary, Germany, uh, Sweden, Norway, many of them have their local languages, right? Portugal, they have their local language, which is Portuguese. So if you are traveling to most of these countries that have their local language, like Finland, they have their Finnish language. So if you are traveling to most of these countries that have their local language, I would advise you to, if you really know you want to settle down in that country, if you really know you want to integrate in that country, learn the language. It's going to help you. It's going to actually help you integrate faster into that environment. So that is language proficiency for you. And stay informed, keep yourself updated of the immigration laws. Also engage with career services or career workshops and all of that, so that you start learning how to apply for jobs, companies that are employing and all of that. And yeah, that is the best I can tell you. Like, these are like the tips you can handle to increase your chances. I mentioned you need to make research of visa policies. You need to do internships to increase your work experience and all of that. You need to network, build professional relationships that will help you. Then for the language proficiency, if you are studying in countries that have their local language, try to learn their local language and stay informed, like be updated. Don't be someone who is in a country and you don't know what is happening in that country, because sometimes immigration laws change, right? Sometimes immigration laws changes, and today there is update and today there is another. Like, if you are not updated, you will be losing out on information. Just like only this year alone, Germany have released about 2 laws, and this is quite beneficial. The opportunity card just got into force on, or into effect on June 1st, right? I have made a video about opportunity card, and this is a pathway that allows you to come to Germany to work, and through that pathway you can have your permanent residence. And the good part of it is that this opportunity card, people who are also in the country can benefit from it. So you see that immigration laws are coming up day and night. Even in Canada, there are a lot of updates coming out. Like, one is also coming in effect towards the end of this year or early 2025. And you can see that people can come to Germany through the care. Did I say Germany? Through can travel to Canada through care programs, and you are getting your permanent residence on arrival. You can imagine that. So immigration laws are actually coming up here and there, and you just have to stay informed. Yeah, so let's take a look at some comments, because I've been talking and I hope you guys have been following everything. Okay, so let's see. Thank you. Eze said, I greet you. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy to have you. So I practiced the love, and I think I can get it today. So I'm so happy to have you here. So you said, what about my sister? She studied medical laboratory and also have her license. Yeah, that is wonderful. She's on the right path, because anything health or natural science is really on high demand. So as long as she have her license, there are many countries that are looking for her already. She can look into UK, she can look into US, she can look into Canada. So many countries they can't wait to have her, right? So we have Vincent. Vincent said, keep it up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy to have you. Thank you. I appreciate the whole info. Thank you, Victor. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy to have you. Yes, Adola said, please, I like that. I like that, Germany. Please help me look for a job. I'm tired of this Nigeria. I don't know if you want me to tell them, or should I tell them? You are not in Nigeria. Should I tell them where you are? In fact, I want to be like you when I grow up. Oh my God, you won't kill me. So this is it. I am so happy to have you all here. I feel so joyful. I feel like energetic. Thank you guys for showing up like every day. Tomorrow will make it like 1 week, or about 8 days, because we started on Tuesday last week and we have been streaming every night. And this is going to continue for now, right? Because I really want you guys to maximize the remaining 6 months of 2024 If there will be changes towards the life, I'm going to let you know, right? So, but for now, 9 p.m. Nigerian time works for me because of the nature of my job. And yeah, if there will be changes, I'll let you know. But before then, I will always be keeping, like, putting out information and updates that will help you. I have been making a lot of no application fee universities, scholarships, and all of that. But I know there are some certain information that you guys need, just like this one right now. Like, if you want to travel abroad through study, you need to know that, like, the kind of courses you need to search for. Except maybe you are telling me that you want to travel through this course, and maybe when you get to that place you can be able to switch programs and all of that. But if you have the opportunity, try to change it and get into the program immediately. Yeah. Thank you, Mary Jane. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to have you. Thank you. God bless you bountifully. I'm so happy to have you here. So, in case if you have any question, do well to leave it in the comment section of the video, both on YouTube and on Facebook, and I'm going to respond to all of them. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe, because I am here to help you. I'm here to make your travel dreams come true. Mine, I am achieving it. I am feeling on top of the world right now. So I also want you to achieve your travel dreams, and that will make me happy. Yeah, so in the absence of any questions, I'm going to end the live so that we try to get some rest. And tomorrow I'm going to tell you, like, I'm going to give you tips on how to choose a country. Like, for you to travel to a country, there are reasons, or there are things you need to consider before going to that country, right? So we are going to talk about that tomorrow, so that when you are able to see all of these things, it can help you make a calculated decision. It can help you make a calculated choice, because a lot of people just want to travel. They just want to leave Nigeria. They just want to, japa, right? But at the end of the day, they get into some countries and they are frustrated. I have been there. I have been there. If I've not been there, I'll let you know. I lived 3 years in Russia, and just in less than 1 year in Germany, I can tell you that my life was more than 100 times better than 3 years in Russia. So I'm going to tell you the things you need to consider. Like, this is a personal situation, right? Some people in Russia might be like, this is the best ever for them, right? But I can tell you from a personal standpoint, like my situation. But what I'm going to tell you tomorrow is, like, I'm going to give you tips that you need to consider if you're going to decide on which country to travel to. There are many countries that are good, but like, if you travel to them, you might be frustrated. The person might be frustrated. So we are going to talk about that tomorrow, so that you make an informed decision. Even before I left Nigeria to Russia, I can tell you I got Oman visa. My dear, I've not been to Oman before, but I told myself from the name, I'm not going to go to this country. I'm not going to go to this country, because what am I going there to do? I tried to reach out to some people who have been to that place, and they never gave me any positive feedback. I said, let me not just go there and become frustrated. So I didn't go, and I'm so happy I didn't go to Oman. So there are many places I can tell you, yes, people are traveling there, but they're frustrated over there. I'm telling you the real truth. So we are going to talk about things you have to look out for if you are considering a country you want to migrate to. Because at the end of the day, I know you would want to go to a country that have a pathway for you to get your stay. I know you wouldn't want to travel to a place and at the end of the day you will be sent back home, or you will become illegal. Then you start seeking for asylum, or at the end of the day the person is deported and all of that. I know you wouldn't want to find yourself in situations like that. If you love yourself so much, I know you wouldn't want to get yourself into those kind of things. So we are going to talk about that tomorrow. I'm going to give you a general rundown of countries you can, navigate more in this 2024, 2025, because when you go to those countries, you know you have peace of mind. Look at me. If I tell you what I've eaten today, you won't believe it. But I have peace of mind, right? I don't eat much, but I am getting fat every day because I have peace of mind. When we finish this life right now, I'm going to go out, and sometimes I stay outside till 2 a.m., 3 a.m., just, having my quiet time and all of that. And I am safe. I am very much safe and secured. Like, apart from God protecting me, I know no evil is coming near me because I am in a very safe country. Even while I'm outside, you can see the police vehicle running helter, like running up and down. You know there is nothing that can happen to you, and it will just go just like that. So I'm going to give you all the tips you need to be able to make an informed decision. I know you want to travel, you want to leave Nigeria, but you have to make an informed decision. This will help you. This will actually help you so that you don't go to somewhere, you waste your time. At the end of the day, you are looking for somewhere to go again. So that is what we are going to be talking about tomorrow, and I know it will be beneficial to you. Like, I know it will be beneficial. Yeah, so if you have more questions, let me know. We are going to tackle them, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. I can't actually wait. And yeah, let's call it a night, right? Let's call it a night. In the absence of any questions, let's call it a night. And tomorrow we are going to talk about all of these things I have mentioned now. And see you in my next video. Love you. Stay blessed. Bye.